her weight so heavily, a lot of people debate that she's actually worse than the melee version. While sure she did get some buffs, they didn't outweigh the nerfs to her survivability. Her special moves are actually pretty terrible still, and even Sheik is heavily nerfed in this game, so no, you can't use the meme of, oh, just transform into Sheik. Nah, Zelda's good. Doesn't exist in this game, as Sheik is kind of bad now. Which is really sad, because initially people thought the character was actually buffed heavily when Brawl first came out, but as time went on, people realized she simply is a low tier again. Her viability would nosedive completely to being a mid tier, and then going lower to becoming a low tier. What killed it for Zelda was Brawl's meta developed into a more defensive playstyle. Players began to figure out Zelda's lackluster approaching tools and just wait for her to make a mistake and camp her out. This isn't the first time Zelda would be seen as a low tier, and it's not going to be the last, so... And this next character is probably no surprise to you guys. This is actually the first game that Ganondorf would be a low tier character. They significantly nerfed the mid-tier version of Melee Ganondorf, and if you know anything about Ganondorf, he would essentially be cursed, as a lot of the problems that the character has in this game, he will have in future games too. And he would be made even slower. Now, this is a part of Ganondorf's archetype to be a slow and hard-hitting character. I 100% agree with that. But even his hard-hitting attacks that he was known for in Melee were toned down big time. You can tell the devs wanted to tone down Melee Ganondorf's power because of what the nerfs the character would get in the PAL version of Melee. The Brawl version doubled down even further on these nerfs that he would get in the PAL version of Melee and keep going. The goal of Brawl Ganondorf was to declone him more from Captain Falcon, so now Ganondorf is a little bit more unique. He has a brand new side special that is actually a command grab. It's actually a very cool move, I'm not gonna lie. The Flame Choke is easily the biggest buff the character has received. The character received nerf after nerf after nerf, becoming the second slowest character in all of Brawl. His jump squat was increased by a whole frame, going from frame 6 to frame 7, which makes any aerial punish immediately slower than what it was in Melee. Moves like down air that previously could KO on stage, now just can't. His recovery is still awful even in Brawl, and he no longer can even chain grab like he could in Melee. The main problem with Ganon is he's supposed to be a slow and hard-hitting character, and he's just not. He's not hard-hitting anymore. Even some of his moves struggle to KO at 200%, which is honestly hilarious. He still gets camped by projectile spammers because of his speed and he can't find any openings, and it's just everything is working against him in Brawl. He's a complete failure of what his archetype is supposed to be, which is a slow and hard-hitting character, and he's not even hard-hitting. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to get videos early, there's a Patreon down below. Seriously,